Hello. Okay. This is weird, right? Okay. Hi. My name is Emily Jean. Obviously, I am the owner of this page. Okay, so this is the first time that this is not the first time I've done Facebook Live. I did Facebook Live for like an event thing or whatever, and I don't think I did it right, but, anyway, I don't think anyone will log on to this video, so I'm really doing this video more so for like later people to watch, because I really just felt like I needed to make this video and I needed to share what was on my mind and what's on my heart for this page, and I guess moving forward in the future and things like that. So I don't have like a little stand, and I'm in my car. I'm about to go to work. I'm working on a production job, a reality show, and so I'm about to go to work. And so I was like, oh, I have like 20 minutes to spare, so let me just do this video and post it. And so I have like a little stand at home, and so now I'm just having to use my arm. Yay. Go more muscles. Okay, so basically, the reason that I'm making this video is because I started this page, this Facebook page, to be more like creative design, whatever, because that's what I went to school for. I went to school for graphic design, and I thought, okay, so if I'm going to do something, if I'm going to make a website, if I'm going to make a Facebook page, like, it needs to be something that I went to school for, maybe? No. I love creativity. I love creative things. I love all that kind of stuff. But it's just been gnawing on me that that's not my true passion. It's not what I'm excited to do. So I'm not creating content because I'm not excited about it. I don't feel like excited to write blogs or write posts about kerning and typography. I mean, if people need to know that, I will make a post about it, but it's just not passionate. I'm not passionate about it. So, anyway, I want to shift gears probably, and I don't know, I might lose followers. I might hopefully gain followers because of this, but I feel more passion about talking about the word of the Lord and talking about, God, what he's telling me, what he's saying to me. And so, hi, Michelle. Hi. So, I want to start doing that. I want to start posting content that puts life into people, not necessarily, just because it gets a lot of likes or it gets a lot of shares or something like that. And so, one of the things that my dad is pastor, Don Blevins, go look at his page. I'll share a link to his Facebook page, but he taught last Sunday on taking action and doing, yes, eternal. He taught on taking action and just stepping out in faith. And I've been thinking a lot about that. And I stopped myself so many times because of perfection. And how many times do we stop? Because it's like, oh, we need to have something perfect. We need to line it up. We need to figure it out. And we need to have it all figured out before we actually even push the start button. And that's not how this works. It's not how any of this works. So I just decided to push the start button today and say, this page might change. It's probably going to have some creativity and have some tutorials on things that I know, the things that I know I want to share with you guys that are going to help you and make things easier for you. But I really want to share the things, like the true things that matter, the eternal things that matter, that are really affecting us, because really the reason why we're not able to be successful or we're not able to move forward in our life isn't because we don't know how to do something or because we need more money or because we need whatever. It's because of soul issues. It's because we're sad. It's because we don't know our purpose in life. It's because we need to have strength in our spirit, or, it's those things are actually what propels us to success and to have a successful life. So, I just want to share those things. And I was reading in Ephesians 2, couple weeks ago, and I shared this with the church, but in Ephesians 2:10, it says that God has prepared good works ahead of us so that we may walk in them. And it really struck home, and it started to make me realize that God has already gone ahead of us and prepared the things that He's called us to do. He's already planned it out. He's already figured out the how. He's already even figured out the why. He's figured out all the details. And our job is literally just to walk it out and to trust Him, to believe that He's going to provide the people that we need. He's going to provide the money that we need. He's going to provide everything, all of the resources that we need. He's already planned it out, so He's already planned out all of those resources. But if we don't actually take that first step and initially say, like, yes, I'm going to move forward, I'm going to say yes to whatever you have for me, whatever God's plan for me, then we're not going to actually meet those resources. Those resources won't come to us because we're not making that step. Because in Ephesians 10, it says that we may walk in them. So those good works that we're called to do, that we're supposed to walk in, aren't going to happen if we're not taking a step, if we're not actually stepping forward and saying, okay, I'm going to at least do what I know to do now, and then God's resources will come for the second step. But too often, we think ahead and we're seeing step number 50 and we're like, how in the world am I going to do that? Like, I need more money. I need more people. I need a staff. I need equipment. I need whatever you need, more time. I need my kids to grow up. I need whatever. I don't know what it is for you. But we see step number 50 because God cast that vision ahead of us and says, like, this is what I want you to do, because we need to see that vision ahead of us to give us a passion and a drive to move forward. But He's not giving us that vision and expecting us to, like, skip over all the steps to get there and expect step number 50 from us right now. He's expecting step number 1, which is first to say, yes, I am willing to do that. I'm willing to do what you've called me to do. Step number 1. That's the first step. And then when you get to the next step, God will say, okay, thank you so much for saying yes. Here's step number 2. And we can't allow our fear or anxiety of having to, like, have perfection and have to do everything absolutely perfect on step number 1 or 2 or 3, that it stops us and we go back to square zero where we're saying no. And we're not saying yes, because now we've gotten to step number 3 and we're like, oh, I can't do that because now I have more resources that I'm needing than I did in step number 1. Well, of course you do. Of course you're going to have more resources. You're going to have more things that you're going to need, because as you move forward to get to step number 50, you're going to need more, but God's going to provide those. You have to be able to say, yes, we'll go to the next step, and you believe that God will bring everything when you need it. So, anyway, that's a little tangent, but it just really struck to me because I have battled perfection. I see everything before me and I'm like, oh man, look at this beautiful, beautiful picture of what God can do. And then I'm like, I don't have the equipment for that. I don't have the car for that. I don't have the space for that. I don't have the people. Like, I'm going to need 10 staff in order to make that happen. You don't need 10 people. You don't need all the resources. You don't need all the money to just take the first step and say, okay, you know what? I'm just going to log on to Facebook Live in my car, in the parking lot before work, and just share what's on my heart. I'm just going to take a little step and do this one little thing and then see what happens. And then tomorrow I'll take the next step. And then the next day I'll take the next step. So, I think, first of all, the reason I'm making this video is to say I'll probably just keep making more videos like this and posting more content like this and just whatever comes out of my heart. I don't want to be limited, and I don't want to put God in a box and say, but I can't talk about the Lord and I can't talk about the Word because this is a page about graphic design or this is a page about being creative. Well, okay, wait a minute. God is the creator. How can you get more creative than that, right? So, I don't want to put God in a box. I want to just say, yes, Lord, whatever you put in my heart, I'm going to share. So, if you want to follow me on that journey and let's talk about the Lord together and talk about creative things together, then yay, let's do that. And, it's about obedience. So I'm being obedient right now and saying, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. And taking action. So I want to encourage you, yay, Michelle's going to follow. I want to encourage you to just take the first step, whatever that is. And I feel like we know, even though we stop and we allow fear to stop us in our tracks, and we don't have, we don't believe in ourselves. Well, okay. Take a step back for a minute. If it is what God has called you to do, if God is putting something in your heart, ultimately it is God's. It is not yours. So if you can take yourself out of it, don't allow the fear of being accepted or the fear of not being accepted to stop you, because ultimately it is the Lord. It is Him. He is getting the glory. It's not about you, and it's not about whether you're going to be liked or accepted or not, because it really is about Him. He is going to have His way in the world, in this earth, no matter what, whether you get on board or not. So, we just need to stop getting in our head, getting in our soul, and allowing fear to stop us from actually moving forward. So, okay, that's what I have to say today. So, yeah, hopefully you like this video. Hopefully you share it, and let's just take action together. My goal, or my desire, is to see people succeed and do what God's called them to do. I thought about that, and I was like, what is my passion for my life? What just makes me super excited and super happy? And obviously you get your happiness and joy from the Lord. Okay, now that that's out of the way. But what makes me really passionate, and ultimately everything that makes me excited and happy about life and whatever, is seeing other people succeed. I just love it. I love being a part of that. I love being with people and seeing them move forward and succeed in whatever it is that God's called them to do. And so, that's what I want to do. I want to put out there whatever is going to help you. So hopefully you'll join me on this journey, and we can just share together what God's given us, what God's put in our heart. And yeah, so I will still produce creative things. I love it. I love art. I love design. I love all of those things. But I think ultimately I want to be real. I want to share what's really on my heart. And so I want to share with you guys just what God has given me. Anything that the Lord gives me, I'm just going to give it to you. So, all right. Love you guys. I will keep making Facebook videos because it's so much easier for me to talk out loud than writing. I like to write, but I love talking out loud. And I wish that I could just sit in a coffee shop and see your face to face, and then it would be so much easier. But hopefully this, gives you some encouragement today. Okay, love you guys. Share this, give it a thumbs up, whatever. Hopefully you join. Okay, bye. Have a great day, and take the first step. Take action. Bye.